do hope the Knights of Favonius are all working hard.
Alright, let's get this game started. It's almost over, right? How do I do the 6 days? Oh shoot, 6 days. Okay. Oh, that's good, Seto. I'm gonna go do some boss fights. After I wait, who's nearby? Official? Wait, is she inside the building? Boom. Oh, you know a good build for Jean? Wait, am I in the right spot, right? Okay, she is here.
Mein Fräulein, the text has been proofread again, per your wishes.
She's so dramatic. I guess I have to be working tomorrow
You certainly
to...
seem like you're in a good mood, Fischl. Is the issue with
You know,
Lisa
I'm not
resolved?
talking about work. Let's talk about other stuff. Like Genshin builds for Jean.
Come on, Fischl. It's okay to admit that you had to ask her nicely.
Mein Fräulein speaks truth, in fact, with the sole qualification that Ms. Lisa handed over a fresh copy of the text. As it turned out, she left the library to seek the opinion of the Adventurers Guild, and also to print a new copy of the manuscript. Thus, we could make what edits we needed without damaging the copy that is in the library's care.
Ah, so that's what happened. Paimon knew Lisa always liked you, Fischl. She'd never make things hard for you just because.
Wait, what the heck? That's a different Paimon voice, is it? Am I tripping?
As you wish.
Must have
my
got used to it.
Fräulein.
What's going on? Wait. That. Let me hear Paimon talk.
Ah, so that's what happened. Paimon knew Lisa always liked you, Fischl. She'd never make things hard for you just because.
What's it different?
Mein Fräulein, we must be going.
And refrain from making a racket.
First things first, resin burning time. Knock every boss out of its park. Every boss. Alright.
Stabilize.
Stabilization, man.
Nice and spicy.
God damn it.
Gather.
Oh my dear, man. Oh shoot. What is the next banner? I gotta check it out.
No, my soul!
Solidify.
Let me lead you.
Okay.
Barbados, guide us.
Stabilize.
Ow.
Get them!
Body and mind.
Order cut. Solidify.
Oh gee, don't fall off. Damn, her crit race. Wait, what happened? No, I can't. What? Dude, you saw, dude. Like, I didn't realize. Gina was critting the whole time. She like, I was like, damn, her normal attack's a 3, not 3,000. No, those are crits. But it's still kind of low though. Yeah. Oh, I almost fell. The Wolfen. My neck. Necronus. Huh. I want to see how strong. Oh, like the app didn't let you? Wait. Like, was it like getting removed? So you know what? Let me see if it still does it. I have like a banned word that you can't use, and it's from a game. Oh, let me see if I can. Did I fix it? No, it's fixed. Okay, I used to ban. There was a word that was banned, and it was a joke, and I forgot to like remove it. Oh, okay. Like there was I removed the. So it's a game of Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts 2 in the beginning. Everyone couldn't say the word photos or photo, and so like, because I was a Kingdom Hearts stream, I banned those 2 words. And then later on, when I came back streaming, I was like, huh, why can't I type this? I'm like, huh? And I realized, oh no, I banned those words, my bad. I forgot what it does when you try to type photo in photos. But I did remove it, hopefully. I just type it right now, so it's fine. Hello, my guy.
Gather.
Oh no. Oh, come on. Is she in the next banner?
Ring cutter.
Oh no, I did
Nice and spicy. Go and fly.
I swear by my sword.
I swear by my sword.
Stabilize.
Go and fly.
No, my sword. Let me weave you a verse.
Yeah, no. I gotta stick to it, man. No, it's tempting. Like, it's so tempting. Because, like, I do have enough wishes to, like, get a good amount of characters.
No, my sword.
And it's like, I can't.
Get them.
I don't know.
Eat this. Go and fly.
Solidify.
Yeah, I need to finish the story, too. And then speed, SDGQ. Awesome games done quick. They started their marathon. I watched some of it this morning. I don't know. You watch speedrunners.
Nice and spicy.
I can't. I gotta grind up to 1,000 wishes.
Rain outlines
Man.
your fate. Barbados, guide us. Witness the power.
Oh no.
Solidify.
Right, Pip? It's Go and splash.
After that. Oh man. Yeah. I feel like by the time I get 1,000 wish, everyone's quit this game already.
Not good. Let me weave you a
Order guide you.
I'm getting kind of bad luck with Sin Cho because he's not getting his
wind. Hear me.
oh, he's getting angry.
Know my soul. Rain outlines your fate.
That's another one, man. Mondstadt. No. Let's check on the event, actually. Really? What the heck? For real? Oh, damn. Well, that sucks. Wait, what's going on?
The prophecy in Fontaine.
Do I go to the box or something? I don't get it. Damn, that sucks. What you gonna do though? Oh, that sucks. Oh, there's always other games, I guess. I don't know how it feels. The game I've been wanting to play, but I can't play it because it's not. Well, it's on the PS2, and their problem is technology has advanced too hard for monitors to render those old games. It'll still show up, but not the picture that you want. Go back? Oh, you stopped playing Warframe? I don't need today as much. Oh, so I just exchange it. Well, that's cool. And then I go back tomorrow, or? Oh, okay. So there's 5 boxes. Oh, that sucks. I go in, but I don't play it. Like you go into Warframe, but you don't play it?
Did you hear the prophecy in Fontaine?
What would my third boss be? Anyway. Damn. I guess this is how it is. I had to same thing with my computer too. They stopped updating Windows 10 and I should switch soon. Damn.
This opportunity is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle. You've made some progress. Guess I should take you more seriously.
I swear by my sword.
I swear by my sword.
Let me weave you a verse.
I feel rocking them too. He dodged me.
Booba, get... Go as blood! Ha! 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 Ha!
Gather!
Nice and spicy!
Rain outlines your fate. Witness.
Booba, get them!
Body and mind. Barbados.
Barbados.
I shall.
I shall be strong. I should upgrade her skill. This one. Do I have enough for one more? Yes, I do. Maybe. Damn. Whoa. You can get a PS5. Yeah. I still have a PS2. I believe it's OP. Wait, is it PvP?
No, my sword. Rain outlines your fate.
Go as blood!
Gather!
You're toast!
Solidify.
Solidify. PvP sucks.
Booba, get them!
I will have order. Stabilize.
Witness the power of gold. I swear by my sword.
There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain. Today, you witness your reckoning. Solidify.
At the frying pan. No, my sword. Huh? Huh. Ring cutter. Go and splat.
Fisher.
Rain outlines your fate. Wind, hear me.
Will not absolve you.
Eat this! Yeah. Go and splat.
You stand upon your
Oh
tomb,
man.
though you know it not. Experience an eon of suffering. Stabilize.
At the frying pan.
Solidify.
Witness the power of Gugwa. No, my sword.
This is order.
Oh man.
To dust.
I swear by my sword.
Stabilize.
Rain out.
Oh no. No, no, no.
Ring cutter. Go and splat.
Enraged earth will solidify.
Body and mind. Go and splat.
Borax. Do we have more?
This realm is truly...
Hmm.
If you ever have any...
Bye, man. Goodbye. Alright. What? I didn't even go. Oh my god. What's this? Held a message for a reason. Race and ethnicity. Whoa! I have an auto mod. Warframe is to make crazy weird builds. What? That's funny. I have my mod. What the heck? I have an auto mod? That's funny.
It's time to move on. We shouldn't stay here.
Dude, that was funny. There was an auto mod that stopped me from, or stopped you from sending that message, or something. That was weird. I didn't know Twitch does that. That's so funny. That's my first time seeing that.
Ad Astra Ab.
Astra Abyssos.
Thank you for completing. Ad Astra.
Okay. Is this the Durin? Tricorubedo. Okay. Let's finish this. This is the last part.
So this is the other Durin, huh? If this had been the dragon that ended up being
Yeah,
revived,
it was Chinese person.
there's no telling what kind of calamity.
Highlight
that
those
people
two
would have
words,
had to
Chinese
endure.
person. I was like, oh.
So, if you think about it like that, Durin's actually a hero.
Oop.
No, I'm just a little envious, that's all. Not everyone gets a chance to be a hero.
Actually, most of the credit belongs to Albedo.
Then again, barely anyone even remembers you at this point. So I guess there's not much left to envy.
Ah, so you three still remember Durin. Looks like the memory loss hasn't spread to close friends. Yet. I guess that means my memory of you must still be complete as well.
Albedo.
You're finally here! Oh, boy, do we have a whole pile of questions for you!
Oh, you're here too?
I think I've pieced together some of what happened to him. But what's your take on things?
10 hours? What do you mean 10
Master
hours?
King
Oh my
filled me
God.
in on what happened, and I've got a few theories. But let's get on the same page first. Well, physically, he's doing fine. His body is holding the abyssal power at bay. And there's nothing whatsoever to indicate any risk of collapse.
So, from an alchemy point of view, there's nothing wrong with him?
The issue isn't so much that the abyssal power within him has gotten out of control. It's that the connection between his will and body is fading. If he ends up losing his conscious will, his body will fall back on its biological instincts. And that's when the abyssal power within it will take over. This book mentioned a witches' gathering. It seems like quite a few of these witches got themselves involved in Durin's case. Which brings me to my theory. Bringing Fairy Tale Durin into this world to replace the Durin on Dragonspine means using one Durin's fate to overwrite the others. But the power of alchemy alone would not be enough to pull off such a feat. It would have required the combined use of Miss Barbeloff's astrology, my teacher's alchemy, and Aunt Alice's magic. After learning of Miss Barbeloff's prophecy, Durin and I finally came up with a way to settle the Dragonspine Durin problem for good. And I took care of the alchemy side of things, which, looking back on it, seems to have been a part of their plan all along. So now, there's only one thing missing. As for the fate theory our friend in the hat just mentioned, I still can't figure out how any kind of magic could possibly influence the fate of Tevat. But I'm certain that the answer lies within this book.
So, the reason Alice had us complete this book was to make that magic possible?
A form of magic powerful enough to rewrite fate itself.
Well, we've no time to lose. I just need to take a look at the book. The next part of the story most likely relates to me. So the memory that unlocks it must be connected to me too.
Huh?
The giant tree was home to a broken branch, the shape of its splintered arm aligning perfectly with the branch that had burst forth from the castle walls. Join yourself to that broken bough, for there you may take root at last, and henceforth bask in the sun and rain of the world beyond the castle. But first, fetch the stickiest clay and let it bind the scar of the break.
I see.
Guided by the breeze, the little dragon arrived at an alchemist's workshop. There he was greeted by a clay figure, a child molded by the Sage Witch's hands.
The heck?
Though gentle in appearance, he had inherited his mother's cold, sharp wisdom. And he was determined to avert the calamity the evil dragon would bring, and so was his helper, none other than the little dragon himself.
What is this place?
It looks like it's modeled after an alchemist's workshop. Or rather, a cliched stereotype of one.
Albedo?
He played too much. It's gonna look funny.
Hold on. Why do I look like this?
Oh, yeah! We forgot to tell you. Basically, the characters in the story are reflections of how Durin sees them.
At least you're still human-shaped?
Well, since Cat Guy has taken on a different appearance too, that must mean the two of us are both characters in the story. But you, Paimon, and Durin haven't changed at all. You must be special figures in some way.
I'd like to know more about that too. But seeing as none of them can explain it, let's just concentrate on moving the plot forward.
And just like that, the group stumbled upon a hidden passageway. Intricately crafted, it seemed to lead them towards another exciting chapter of the tale.
Come on! What are we waiting for? Next chapter, here we ouch!
But this was a chapter that had not yet been written. Ahead of them was a storyless void, and they could go no further.
What? Then what's the point of having a path here? Sounds like a pretty bad habit for a writer.
Over here. I found something.
What the clay figure found was none other than the evil dragon's heart itself. Though the creature had perished long ago, its heart was still there, pulsing away and growing warmer with every beat. And the clay alchemist knew what it meant. That the evil dragon would return one day, just as the prophecy had foretold. Yet, guided by his mother's wisdom, he foresaw another fate. If only the alchemist could bestow this heart upon the little dragon, he might be reborn in the evil dragon's stead. Only then would the evil dragon's heart grow still, and the little one inherit its tale.
Sounds like this chapter's about Albedo bringing me to life?
If that really was the solution, though, This would have been over the minute I finished the transmutation. So why is Durin still being forgotten?
There has to be some other reason.
Yeah, I'd like to explore the area a bit more.
Unless the little dragon kept moving, eventually he would be forgotten. Ahead of them was a storyless void, and they could go no further.
If we go this way, we'll be returning to the castle.
Returning to the castle.
Yeah, you'll just be hiding from your problems and pretending like none of this ever happened.
Let's do it again.
Is that really what you want, Durin?
I see.
Run away from my problems. Yeah. Okay, never mind. It won't let me. Can I climb this? I can. Yeah, I use my resins for the weekly bosses. I'm getting a head start. But I don't really need the resin for anything else. Until okay. Should I become evil? Nah, let's become evil.
The evil dragon's heart continued to beat, as if waiting for the little dragon to accept it as his own.
Looks like we have no choice but to get this done. Whatever happens next, Durin is going to need all of our help. Is everyone ready?
What the clay figure found was none other than the evil dragon's heart itself. Though the creature had perished long ago, its heart was still there, pulsing away and growing warmer with every beat. And the clay alchemist knew what it meant. That the evil dragon would return one day, just as the prophecy had foretold.
Right now I'm trying to finish building Jean's talents.
Yet, guided by his mother's wisdom, he foresaw another fate. If only the alchemist could bestow this heart upon the little dragon, he might be reborn in the evil dragon's stead.
You know, I think
Only then would the evil dragon's heart grow
get Jean to
still,
90.
and the
Forgot
little
that would
one
make her attack stronger
inherit
too.
its tail. At last, the little dragon accepted the evil dragon's heart, and a new life came into being. The evil dragon's heart beat in his chest, and the little dragon's soul guided him forward. Thus did the prophecy hold true, even as fate had been rewritten. And so was the little dragon born anew.
Finally! A happy ending! That must be the last step, right? Woohoo! We completed the story!
They're still there. Heck? Uh-oh.
Born anew, the little dragon set off once more, his story far from over.
Huh? So, that wasn't the end?
What comes next might be the most crucial part of all. The real last step.
If fate really is as devious as they say, then I say, show us what you've got.
Wow! You're all so serious all of a sudden.
The evil dragon's heart was now one with the little dragon, yet the dark power within it still lingered. Would the little dragon dare to hold this power back, or would he simply give in?
Hey, what kind of question is that? Of course he's gonna control it. What choice does he have?
Time is running out. So, would the little dragon dare to hold this power back, or would he simply give in?
What's up with the narrator?
Would he dare to hold this power back, or would he simply give in?
I don't have any more.
The little dragon and his companions blank. Blank again.
Huh? What's going on? Are we running out of ink?
Once the ink runs out, is that the end of the story?
I had a feeling this would happen.
What's happening to the others?
Uh-oh.
Now that the story's ink was spent, all that lay ahead were blank pages.
Looks like you've discovered another possible ending. Do not lose hope. You just need to keep searching, for there are possibilities that only you can bring to life.
Would he dare to hold this power back, or
Ahead of them was a storyless void, and they could go no further.
What? We'll give in?
would he dare to hold this power back, or would he simply give in?
Just give in.
Would he dare to hold this power back?
The little dragon was at an impasse, and the dark power within him surged like a tide. Unchecked, the darkness engulfed everything around it, including the little dragon's soul. The little dragon's story faded into nothingness, and in the world beyond the castle, only the evil dragon's tale endured.
Is
Okay.
this me?
And so the story ended, with the little dragon fading from sight, leaving nothing but the evil dragon's shadow in his place.
Oh no! That means Durin... What do we do now?
What?
Looks like you've discovered another possible ending. Do not lose hope. You just need to keep searching, for there are possibilities that only you can bring to life.
Okay.
What's going on here? Why isn't the story letting Durin just suppress the abyssal power? It keeps getting stuck.
seems the act of suppressing the power counts as an event in the story. In other words, we would need ink to write it in.
You're annoyed.
So, what now? Did we use too much earlier? How are we supposed to write a happy ending with only this much left? But...
Well, this is Durin's story. As long as he's alive and well, why should it end?
If there really is such a direct correlation between the story and his fate, I may have a potential hypothesis. Durin was, and still is in essence, a storybook character, written into being by M. From the moment he was born, he has always dwelt within her story. And I suspect that has remained the case, even after his arrival in Tevat. Reviving Durin in the evil dragon's place was an act of grafting this Durin story onto the latter's fate. In essence, that is how his fate was rewritten. But there is a fundamental difference between a being's story and its fate. As Miss Barbeloth reminded us, the fate of every living being in Tevat has been woven into the fabric of time. Its most natural path, therefore, is to proceed along its given track. But Durin's story, on the other hand... As Durin's connection to this world wore thin, not only have people started to forget him, he started to lose control of the abyssal power within. In other words, his story can't continue. Because the author's ink is drying up. That's what it seems like to me.
It would seem the little dragon had made a group of fine friends indeed.
Save it. The question is, are you here to help him, or stand in his way?
This is as far as the story can go. What path will you choose?
I suppose the final decision is up to me. It's hard to believe I never actually left my mother's story. If that's true, I'd like to go there and see for myself.
By there, I take it you mean the blank pages of the unwritten chapter ahead?
But we still don't even know how Alice's magic works. If Durin belongs inside the story, then going outside of it to some unwritten part, isn't that too risky?
I'm not afraid.
I second that. It would seem this is one answer you need to go seize for yourself.
So be it. Whatever obstacles stand in your way, we'll tear them down together.
All right. Let's go. All right. Huh?
It was as if the little dragon was staring at an uncrossable edge of existence itself.
Okay. Oh, I'm breaking it.
It began to fracture as if struck by Alice. And then
I'm breaking it.
Gotta keep going.
You're breaking free. Oh.
ahead lies only a stormless void.
My consciousness is slipping away.
Keep going, Durin. A pure soul is your essence, not an empty void.
I feel so weak.
Stand tall, Durin. You are not some amorphous idea. The body I made for you is flesh and bone.
Am I truly alive?
Yes, Durin, but you must keep going. You're as alive and real as I am.
I can't feel a connection.
You're not alone in this world, Durin. At the very least, you have me.
I can't remember anything. Who am I?
Your name is Durin, and there are many who still remember it.
My name is Durin.
You're taking
Best
too
viewer,
long.
stop boo.
Come on, Durin, run! In this world, fate waits for no one.
Wait! Where am I meant to go? What am I supposed to do?
Go. Make your wish come true, Durin.
My wish?
Whoa. Okay.
Your story's not over yet.
Oh no, I fell. Oh, that's freaky. I can fall off. Whoa.
Silence, huh? Have you nothing to
5.5
say
viewer
about my
extra.
proposal?
Let me get this straight. You
Damn,
want to graft
the
your
free viewers
story
getting
to
like
this
worse and worse
unfinished
each
thread of
day.
fate. And in doing so, not only rewrite that fate, but allow the story to live on.
Quite the brilliant idea. Still, the story's survival depends entirely on whether the author keeps writing.
Exactly. And the moment foretold by the prophecy is still centuries away.
I see. I thought my own ignorance might be the problem. That I'd asked more of the noble science of alchemy than it could ever deliver. Or that I had failed to discern the heavenly signs and grasp the secret truth underlying the prophecy. Little did I imagine that time itself would prove to be the greatest hurdle of all.
Well, my friend, this has been a most intriguing experiment. And from an academic perspective, at least, I don't think it was a bad proposal.
Someday, the prophecy will
It's kind of
come
cool
to
to do
pass.
this.
So remember, my friend, much like the stars
Because you don't know what the other
themselves,
witches
there
look like.
will always be something that transcends
It's kind of
the
it's kind of
test of
cool
time.
they don't show their
Thank you,
actual forms.
You've helped me so much already.
It gives the author some time to build the
I
character.
still have one final favor to ask of you. Will you lend me your magic one last time? Just
Oh, it's
enough
him.
for me to keep his story alive until the prophecy is fulfilled?
Wait, is she still alive?
Extend your lifespan.
Oh.
No, not in that sense. As Rhindaughter once told me, the laws governing life and death are among the most unyielding in this world. I'm well aware of that. Whether it lasts a day or an age, the span of one's life is determined by fate alone. If I tried to breach that law by force, I'm afraid I would lose what makes me human. This is not a path I want to go down. If I am to die, then I shall die a human.
So, what is it that
Dude,
you
the
want
other
to
day
do?
my friend
I would
went on
like
a
you to
stream
send this pen
and she
of
saw
light
llama.
into the
She was like,
future.
"Who's that?"
Then perhaps there really is a way
They're
I
like,
could help.
"She's really
I
hot."
could create a kind of story magic to take over the writing
That was
once
so
you're
funny.
gone. Oh, but for it to work, you would need to provide enough of your own words for it to learn
She
from.
plays Genshin, but she took a break and then she saw llama. Like, who the
An
hell?
immense immense amount. So much, in fact, that you would have to spend the rest of your life writing. And even then, I'm sorry to say, it would not last forever. No matter how much you write,
they're
there
missing.
is a limit to the number of words you can leave behind. But the world itself will never stop changing. Someday, perhaps, even your entire corpus will not be enough for the magic to continue describing this world. And when that happens, the story will end.
Still, it's worth a try.
Yeah, I was telling her too. She's like, "Oh wow, that's a tall hottie." A tall. I don't know what she said. She said something about, "Damn, she's tall." Yeah. Cause I was telling her how she's like as tall as Zhongli.
Oh, my dear Anya. Even after all this time, you're still... Look at you. You should be enjoying your old age in peace and quiet, especially now that things are finally returning to normal after that terrible calamity.
Once he leaves Simulanka, things will only get more complicated. If his story is to continue, there needs to be more material for the magic to draw upon. I'll just have to skip over some of the less important details.
Yeah, she died.
Anya, why do you insist on sending him out of the storybook world? Why must he face his fate in Tibet? Why not just let him remain within the story? With my magic, even fate's curse could be undone and he could live happily ever after.
I suppose. In fairy tales, all it takes is a heartfelt wish. And even a wooden puppet can turn himself into a real boy and live happily ever after. That's just how fairy tales end, isn't it? But have you ever wondered what happens to the main character after the ever after? Tell me, Alice, in your eyes, what would be a writer's greatest regret?
To leave a story without an ending.
Not a bad answer. It's true, many writers come to consider that their greatest regret. But I see things differently. My greatest regret is that every story I write has to come to an end in the first place.
Anya.
No matter how brilliantly a character shines, the moment their story ends, their potential is lost forever. For them, the story itself becomes an inescapable fate. But what if, instead, I could place my pen in their hand and let them continue the story themselves?
You mean...
You said it yourself. I can only leave so many words behind. Even with your magic, the idea that I could keep the story going until the prophecy comes to pass is wishful thinking at best. But I've found a way to use your magic to transform some of my finished stories into a special kind of ink. This ink is a magical medium he can use to complete the story the way he wants to. For what is storytelling but another kind of magic? And if he can experience the whole tale himself while leaving behind his own wishes and aspirations, even once he reaches the chapter where I stopped, he'll still be able to carry the story forward on his own. And so, by leaving him this ink, I can entrust him with the responsibility of writing his own story.
A character with the power to write their own story.
That way, he'll finally be free from the cage that is my pen, And like anyone else living in the real world, he can go on to create a life of his own.
And you no longer need to worry about the constraints of my magic. What a brilliant idea, Anya. But there are still risks. First of all, once he arrives in Tevat, he'll have to rely entirely on the story you left him to maintain his connection to that world. As you gradually hand over creative control, that connection will grow weaker, and at some point, he might lose it altogether.
But at the same time, he'll also have the chance to forge that connection for himself.
The issue is, this method taps into too many of Tevat's core secrets. Any overt hints you try to leave will be erased in no time. In fact, it'd be hard for you to leave anything at all to guide them.
We still have the story itself, though. I can use that to show them the way.
It's entirely possible he burns through all your ink, never reaches the chapter you had in mind, and gets stuck, roaming the chapters of his past. But despite all that,
I still believe in what this child can become. His hopes and wishes can be his ink, so he won't be trapped by mine running dry.
Oh, what the writer you are, Anya. Your imagination never ceases to amaze. And you do know how much I love a happy ending. You shall have my help, my dear.
Thank you, my friend. Well then, my child, do you understand what you must do?
Yes, I think I do. It's my turn to keep this story alive.
Then what's holding you back?
What will become of you after I take up this pen?
I will fade away. There will no longer be a reason for me to go on existing. My child, or your mother, I should say, passed away long ago. The voice you're hearing is nothing but a magical echo that has now fulfilled its purpose. You needn't feel so reluctant to let me go.
I know my mother died long ago. It's just, when you lose your mom too soon, it's hard to tear
My turn
yourself
to
away
burn
from the
everything?
stories
What do
she
you
used
mean?
to read. I guess it's a silly way of
God
pretending
damn.
she's still here, by your side.
Durin.
But after coming to this world and traveling it with my friends, facing all kinds of enemies together, I suddenly realized I couldn't just sit around listening to my mother's stories because I'd found a new purpose in life. Maybe this is just what growing up feels like. With all my new friends waiting, it's time I finally set aside my mother's storybook. I'm ready to grow up now, Mom.
Then take this. A gift I should have given you a long time ago. You've witnessed this story from the very beginning. Made your wishes, offered your blessings, and even wrote your choices into its pages. From here on out, this pen is yours. Now I ask of you, the other pillar of this story, as both its reader and its witness, will you turn the page so the next chapter can begin?
Why not? Eight.
Suddenly, and
6.
without warning, the powers of darkness struck. The question was, could the little dragon prevail? Alas, it was here that the story witch's tale had to end.
But Durin's tale, on the other hand, had only just begun. Stepping into his mother's memories, he picked up her pen. And so the story that was ending began anew. He had made up his mind to challenge the fate that barred the way ahead.
Looks like this is the final step.
Wait, am I fighting a boss?
A chance to strike back at fate? Now that's not something that comes knocking every day.
No, that fate no longer defines me. In the end, only my story shall endure.
Time to fight, man! Wait, what the heck? New life.
Stop that!
No dodging this one. Here, I'll help lift you up.
Wanderer, thank you. You're so kind. Alright. Who am I fighting? Huh?
Only my story shall endure. Leave it to me.
Ooh.
Leave it to me. Decay. New life.
Is that my aura?
Watch out. Hey. Hey.
Looks like there's nowhere to hide. Here, I'll cover for you.
Thank you.
This time, the light prevails.
I almost
Thank you,
died.
Mom. And so it was that Durin defeated the darkness and rewrote his fate. But his story is far from over.
We're back.
Is everyone okay?
We're fine, thanks. And hey, we all saw how you fought back there. That was awesome!
I have to admit, I do feel like something in me has changed. I owe you all so much. Without your help, I don't know if I could have ever made it this far.
Just a shame I could only help out from the sidelines. Like I said before, it's not every day that you get to put fate in its place.
Well, I'm sure you'll hear it someday.
Hear what?
The chance to strike back at fate knocking at your door.
Yeah, maybe someday.
Allow me to just check one thing.
Huh? What the heck?
Yes. The abyssal power within you has stabilized again. And those strange symptoms you were experiencing seem to have completely disappeared.
The music's so nice.
I wonder what it means, though. Aside from the principles of alchemy, what other law of this world governs his being?
Look, it all turned out fine, so just leave it at that. Now that this one's out of danger, it's time for me to get out of here.
You're leaving so soon? Well, don't humans usually throw a party after something like this?
A party? Do I look like that kind of guy? Anyway, come find me again next time you're in trouble. That's what friends are for, right?
In a way, though, he is right. This is Durin's moment to celebrate, not the time for academic discussions.
Hey, I don't blame you for asking. And honestly, I'd be perfectly happy to talk about it. It's just, I wouldn't even know where to start.
It's all right. I'm sure we'll get a chance at some point. All right, then. Traveler and Paimon, we'll part ways here. Given the extraordinary nature of the things we witnessed today, I need to make sure it's all recorded properly.
Okay, see ya! So, it's party time next? Huh?
Congratulations on completing your mission. Now then, as per our agreement, it's about time you returned that book.
She must have known the moment we finished. Just like she said she would.
I've heard dressing appropriately is a must for socializing.
Oh, but I don't have the character. Thanks, I guess. Okay. Huh. Well, that's kind of sad.
Oh, my writer and witness. It's been quite the journey, hasn't it?
You had special plans for the Traveler from the start, didn't you?
But of course, that goes without saying. For a story to live on, it needs both a writer and a reader. Only then can my magic take effect. I chose the Traveler as the witness because of the special nature of who he is. It's not
Hey,
easy
Venti's right
finding
there.
someone with that
You see
kind
Venti in the
of
background.
You know. For a moment, I even considered taking the role myself.
At least it made for an interesting story, right?
Huh? What are you doing here, tone-deaf bard?
With the Hexenzirkel carrying out such a risky experiment in Mondstadt, it didn't cross your minds that the Animo Archon might be slightly curious?
Sorry for the trouble, Lord Barbados.
Think nothing of it. I dare say the Animo Archon quite enjoyed coming along for the ride. Now then, as agreed, let us see the fruits of your labor.
Here, please take a look.
Well. Somehow, despite all my careful planning, it still turned out to be full of surprises. It never even crossed my mind that Rhindotter's child would be capable of handling that kind of alchemy in her
Who is
stead.
her? She's married?
When he asked for help with
The
the
hell?
materials,
How do you know she's
my,
married?
I nearly couldn't believe it. If only the others were here too, we could all celebrate together.
I'm right here, you know. The
What the
only
heck?
one who hasn't responded is the
Far
one busy
below.
stuffing her face over there.
Is that you, Barbie? A little late to the party, don't you think?
Come here, child. Let me take a closer look at you.
All right, Aunt Seer Witch. Here I am.
Is that Mona's teacher?
Just as I thought. This child's fate does not appear among the stars. Anya has accomplished what almost no one before her could.
What does that mean?
Child, All you need to know is that you're very lucky indeed.
Oh.
Just like how she was in the story, huh?
Tell me, little Durin, what will you do next? I, for one, cannot wait to see how your story unfolds.
Well, there's so much I
Oh,
want
that's
to
true.
do.
You're right.
I'm not even sure where to begin.
How about settling your most recent regret?
Not so fast, Tone Deaf Bard. What exactly did you just tell Durin to do?
To make a long overdue wish come true.
Thank you once again, Alice.
How much time do you have left?
I believe these should be my final moments. Just enough time to say goodbye to my dearest friend.
Oh man, that's sad.
This feels like having to say our final goodbyes all over again. I don't like it. Not one bit.
I don't know how to respond to that. Strange. You were always such a cheerful figure in my stories. I even dubbed you the Merry Witch, you know.
Oh, please. You know full well it was your stories that first taught me what true pain and sadness felt like. Aside from saying goodbye to me, shouldn't you also leave a few words for the child? Since the book will be his to continue, why don't you write him a little parting note?
There's no need. His mother already did that long, long ago. All that remains is for me to convey it on her behalf.
Her.
My child, these may be the last words I get to leave you. I've always thought of the characters in my stories as my children, loving each one of them, just like a mother would. But you are the most extraordinary of them all. You alone can defy the fate of this world and write the perfect ending to my story. You alone shall leave these pages for a future I will not see. Still I say to you, fly, my sweet child. Just like a forest breeze yearns for the open sky, head into the unknown and seek an adventure to call your own. If you meet a dragon bright as 1,000 jewels, dance through the air together. You are not alone, for this world has accepted your place in it. Do not lose heart. You still have many wishes left to fulfill. A long tale awaits you, my love. Let songs and flowers be the ink that fills its pages. Take my pen and use it to continue your story.
Oh. Why is he showing up? Must be something. Huh? There's more?
There you go. Your very own copy of the book. We wouldn't want one of the story's key witnesses to leave empty-handed now, would we? Of course, this copy isn't magical in the same way. But rest assured, all the twists and turns are still there.
Burn everything, my child. Burn everything, my child. Why is there more missions? Oh. Oh, it's a reward. I don't have.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
She's my wife? Heck yeah. I can get more food. I want some food. Why are you doing that right now?
Osmanthus.
Oh, okay, so the main missions are done. Oh, Venti, what are you gonna tell me?
And so they flew together, Durin and Dvalin,
Really?
over the skies of Mondstadt. Who'd have thought such words could ever have described a happy
Oh,
ending,
that's
huh?
what he did. He went to fly with the dragon. Oh, okay, I get it now. Yeah, I was like, where did Durin go? Just did some cool stuff. Okay. I do have to finish the story soon. How long this is gonna take? He needs to do that. Ow! It's gonna take a while.
A while ago, I took the time to organize all documents in our possession that pertain to Kutar. What you see here is the material I consider reliable.
Oh, okay.
You're saying there's unreliable material too?
Yes. Most of the information we have was transmitted through an oral tradition. Inevitably, some of her stories were mythologized and deified over the years through countless retellings. That's why I organized them into reliable and unreliable. There's no sense seeking answers in history unless we can ensure the veracity of the historical record.
Makes sense. All right, let's take a look through. Almost all these records refer to Kutar instead of Columbina. Although neither of those is her real name. Paimon's not sure what point she's trying to make.
What we can gather from these records is that the Frostmoon Scions worshipped her as a god, placing impossible expectations upon her. I cannot fault them for their
All
earnest
stories they
faith,
only talk about Alex
but
and
for
nothing
all
about
their
her.
devotion, worshipping
Maybe
her day
she
in, day
created
out
Clee.
changed nothing. I
Clee's not
imagine
real.
none of it resonated with Columbina.
Or Clee's made up.
It wouldn't surprise me if,
Made
even
up,
back
made.
then, she had already begun to reject the name Kutar and everything it represented.
Lama speaks the truth. When I heard them call upon Kutar with hope and expectation in their voices, they may as well have been calling upon somebody else.
Well, that's a bit complicated. I looked at the level of detail, perceived authenticity, prose style, and how realistic their portrayal of Kutar seemed to be. Amongst the Frostmoon Scions of today, only I know of her existence, and I alone have spoken to her face to face. As such, I know that there are certain things she simply would never do. That being said,
You know
I
how
have
old
sensed
is
some
Clee?
changes in her lately.
How old is Alice?
Changes? Me?
Seems like this is getting us nowhere. For what it's worth, why don't we check the unreliable sources too?
Sure. Give me a moment.
Exerting but a fraction of her divine might, Kutar sheared a great mass from the snow-capped mountain and cast it into the sea, upon whose surface shone the mirror image of the moon. Thus was formed the island of Hisi. You're right. That doesn't even begin to pass the sniff test. The 3 moons are naught but lies through and through. Only one moon has ever shone for us, and Kutar is her name.
The vast majority of ancient texts are filled with fanciful tales like these. I trust you understand my criteria a little better now. Kutar did not speak, merely
Oh, real?
gazing into the distance in silence.
Damn.
And where her gaze landed, this was her prophecy. Clearly, whoever wrote this text never even met Kutar. Otherwise, they'd know that her eyes are always closed.
What about you, Traveler? What are you reading? Come on, let Paimon see. The child wished to build a wooden nest with which to shield a fledgling bird from the cold. But being so young and lacking in strength, the child could not snap the branches from the trees. Kutar was passing by. Upon seeing the child, she summoned forward the Kuhenki, who built a beautiful nest for the child.
I remember that.
Not knowing the meaning of Kutar's divine intervention, the child dared not to respond, and thus ran home to call their parents. But Kutar was gone. The moon chanter declared the event a miracle and took the nest as a relic, placing it on high for all to see. The child was named as one favored by the goddess and was greatly respected amongst the people. Yet, no further miracles were bestowed, and this matter was forgotten in but a few years. Huh. Any thoughts after reading that?
Hell no, man.
Yeah. Columbina probably just wanted to join the kid in making nests.
Ah. I'd originally considered this a fabrication, because Kutar did not perform any similar actions in subsequent records. But now that I think about it, it does seem like something Columbina would do. It's just that...
She didn't know how other people would interpret her actions. She was probably worried about making things difficult for people. So, she gradually stopped joining in.
Yes.
Oh, that's so sad.
And now, I can make no such gestures of warmth, even if I want to.
Still no name. That's a bit of a shame. But we did learn some interesting stories. That's gotta count for something. Farkas said he was gonna set up a meeting with Arlecchino and Sandrone, right? Let's go back to Nasha Town and see how he's doing.
You did? She was 500 years old? What the hell?
Let's see.
Damn, please, old.
Oh, and it's Durin and Albedo too.
They probably age differently.
Yeah, this is pretty much the same place we bumped into each other last time.
I convinced them to stick around a little longer. We were all waiting on people, so I figured having a little company would help pass the time.
Ah, so you've been waiting for us? Does this mean that you've already arranged things with the Fatui?
Sure does. Now you're back, we can go meet up with them together. How'd your investigation of the Frost Moon Enclave go?
Well, we didn't find out Columbina's true name, Apart from that, it went pretty well.
Aha, just as well that I didn't tag along then. I'm sure our moon goddess wouldn't want every man and his dog knowing all about her private life. Still, desperate times, desperate measures, I guess. Someone had to do it.
So, Varka was waiting on us, but what about you two? Are you waiting for Alice?
Oh, no. We already met with her.
We discussed that experiment I mentioned to you last time. Oh, and she also handed me this communication device.
That's right. I understand she informed you about the relationship between the Phantom
All right,
phenomena
man.
and Tevat's borders.
All right,
yes?
Soto.
She
Have a
wants
good
me to
night.
help her with some more experiments on that front. She said that she'll contact me through this device with more information.
So I have to
see.
grind some more.
Following
Maybe a
instructions
little bit
and
more.
making observations. Pretty common
I
research
do have to
method.
go into work early.
Takes me right back to Albedo's lab.
Wait, then who exactly are you meeting?
Someone you know. Albedo's met him too. But I don't think Miss Lauma or the Grand Master have been introduced.
Introductions are overrated, especially in cases like
Yeah,
this.
see? Wait.
You!
So, it's not like the academia has prohibitions against going abroad. Also, I applied for leave.
I've been writing to Hat Guy since obtaining a human form. I've already brought him up to speed on
This is his
everything
first
that's
time
been
meeting,
going on
right?
in Nod Cry.
So he just met him. Oh, so yeah, so this
guy?
this is before
Turns out, I
the
actually have heard that name
Durian
before.
story.
Oh? Then
Okay, that makes a
why
lot of
did you
sense.
react
I don't
the same
remember.
way I
I don't remember him seeing them.
I
Okay,
only
that makes a lot of sense
not
now.
the fella. But since we're all here,
Yeah, I'll
let's do
see you
some
next time.
introductions for what it's worth. I'm Varka, Grand Master of the Knights of
Okay, that makes a lot of sense now.
Lauma, Moon Chanter of the Frost Moon Scions.
And I'm a Driosh from the Vahumana Darshan of the Sumero Academia. Hat Guy.
Hat Guy.
Good to see you again, Mr. Guy. I believe we last
Mr.
saw
Guy.
each other on the boat
Yeah.
right here.
Okay.
Mind you, the only reason I came here is because there's someone I want to look into.
Who's that?
The Doctor, also known as Dottore, second of the Fatui Harbingers.
From the tone of your voice, it sounds like there's bad blood between you.
I was reviewing our archives and noticed that a lot of information about him was missing. Left a bad taste in my mouth. That's all there is to it. Dottore, or Zondique, as he was then known, once studied at the Academia, but he got kicked out before he could graduate.
So the Harbinger's #2 man is a college dropout? Ah, how embarrassing for them.
Last we heard, he was planning something. We actually heard that a few times before, even coming to Notcry. But we haven't seen a trace of him since we got here.
He only appears when something interests him. For all we know, he might have left already. But the fact he did something here at all is worth noting. It'll fill a couple extra lines in his file.
Why does it sound less like a file you're writing and more like a criminal record? Anyway, we were just about to meet 2 of the other Harbingers. Want to come along? You might learn a thing or two about him there.
Sure.
Even though they're harbingers, well, they're old acquaintances of ours, so, you know, when you talk to them, try to be...
I got it.
The Frost Moon Scion's relations with the Fatui remain tense. Forgive me if I do not attend.
In that case, we'll continue assisting Miss Alice with her experiments.
Good stuff. Everyone's having a fruitful time. All right, we better get going. I'll lead the way.
Well, yeah, that's obviously part of it. But I'm not the only one who has a score to settle with him. Neither you, nor Lesser Lord Kusanali, nor I want to see him meddling with things again. What's the hurry? Don't worry. Pigeons always know which way home is.
Oh no, am I stuck in the story?
You made it. Who is this?
A scholar from Sumeru. They call him Hat Guy. He's an old friend of the Travelers.
Wait, this is the academia representative you wrote about? He doesn't exactly look the part.
I believe this will prove my identity. You'll notice it bears the seal of the Sanctuary of Surasthana.
Well, what do you know? So it does. All right then. My mistake.
It's fine. I expected as much.
What?
So as I mentioned in my letter, the Academia's got its eyes on Dottore. But this matter remains top secret. Apart from those assisting in the investigation, the fewer people who know, the better.
If anyone asks, I'm here in Notcry to pursue my personal academic interests.
Gotta say, Varka, you did pretty well to keep all this under wraps for so long. Sounds like you got in touch with the Academia about this way back.
You flatter me.
Where do I even start? Remember that time we fought Rerir at Star Sand Shoal? He sure let me have it then, didn't he? I'll bet Dottore had that all sketched out, with me as his convenient little pawn. He could not care less about us if he tried, but hey! The feeling's mutual.
Does Dottore really strike you as the sort who values his relationships with his colleagues?
Fair point. Definitely not.
Which is why I always keep my guard up whenever he starts making suspicious moves. To that extent, our motivations align. On top of which, I consider you trustworthy people. Now, back on topic. In the wake of the Reikir of Solnari episode, Sandrone and I grew suspicious about Dottore's complete inaction during the entire affair. So we tried to find out what he'd been up to, but unfortunately to no avail.
He never lets anyone in on his plans. The more he cares about something, the more secretive he gets.
Indeed. Perhaps he believes that by keeping a low profile, he can avoid trouble. But that trick isn't going to work on his colleagues.
Yeah, I mean, he's been researching the ancient moon's remnants. And he's been trying to get his paws on the moon marrows. Only an idiot would believe he doesn't have something more planned.
With this in mind, I returned to Snezhnaya and relayed my thoughts to Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, entreating her to have him recalled.
That's pretty direct. Did the Tsaritsa agree?
Yes. I made it abundantly clear that the Fatui's business in Notcry is almost concluded, and we do not need 3 harbingers in this territory. Her Majesty concurred. Accordingly, Dottore has returned at her orders. I imagine he is continuing with experiments, which no one besides he would ever have any interest in.
Common sense might mean nothing to him, but he's not stupid. He knows that no good can come from opposing the Tsaritsa. Smarts alone won't get him all the way. He needs the Rooster's resources and Regrator's Mora, both of which the Tsaritsa can strip from him by waggling a finger.
But doesn't he have a track record of publicly following orders while going against them in private? He probably has it down to a fine art by now.
Wouldn't put it past him. We worked together on a research project once. Only briefly, but it was enough to show me that we're fundamentally different people. He has no interest in doing things methodically, stage by stage. His thoughts jump all over the place, And the moment his curiosity is satisfied, or he gets the results he wants, he disappears. The only similarity we share is that, once we set our minds on doing something, we will see it done, whatever it takes.
Oh, we definitely saw some of that in your battle with Rerir. You got so competitive.
Ugh, do not remind me.
Then I believe we all concur. Dottore will not simply give up.
Fantastic. Now this is turning into a whole day of unpleasant memories. Ugh. Are you talking about the moon marrow stuff?
He also strikes me as the kind of person to disregard experimental regulations, ruin all the equipment, and go way over budget. Then leave the first person he can find to deal with the fallout.
Exactly. This one time, he was running some high-temperature experiment and the substance exploded. But does he care? No. He orders his subordinates to open the device so he can observe the results, which causes the gas inside to leak out. That gas was poisonous. If I hadn't been there, who knows how many people might have died. And after all that, he left while I was still cleaning up after his mess. What a waste of time, he said. Waste of time? The nerve! He wasted my time!
You've been bottling that up for a while, huh?
Hat guy, I must say, you seem awfully familiar with internal Fatui affairs. Especially when it comes to Dottore.
Thank you, Lady Harbingers, for providing such valuable information. I have no other questions for now, so I'll be on my way.
Wait, what? You're just gonna leave?
You're welcome to join if you want.
Ugh. Just when Paimon thought he'd finally mellowed out.
He makes quite the impression.
I'll say. I've met tons of headstrong people, but not many of them would join me in bad-mouthing Dottore. Anyway, back to the main agenda. Barca, you said that Columbina has gone missing? Or rather, disappeared.
Yeah. We're working on building a connection between her and this world. The simplest method is to find out her real name.
I've actually asked her that question before, but she said she didn't know. Considering our relationship, I doubt she was lying to me.
As far as I recall, she was never dispatched by Her Majesty to claim a gnosis or anything like that. The Tsaritsa's plans had long contained a place specifically for her.
I always thought that was weird. What could she do that the rest of us couldn't? Knowing what we do now, it's probably something related to Kavaki, right? More than likely. When she first arrived, Columbina would often go to Her Majesty and ask when she could start the task assigned to her. But Her Majesty always gave the same reply. The time has not yet come. So she spent her days in Snezhnaya doing basically nothing. The Tsaritsa has summoned a beautiful blind maiden to be a harbinger, giving her the third seat by virtue only of her enchanting voice. It was a dumb and stupid rumor, but the reality of the situation made it hard to refute.
And what happened after that?
I imagine she stopped caring. She no longer seemed to care why she had been recruited, and Her Majesty never gave her any missions, so she just continued to sing in the flower garden. For my part, I was busy. So busy, in fact, that watching someone be that idol had me fuming. But still, I got the sense that she had long been used to a life of other people claiming she was needed when she wasn't.
I just felt that having a place to stay would cost me something eventually. And so I waited quietly for the day that I would have to pay the price.
And on the other end of that spectrum, you had me.
Someone once told me that I had the lousiest work and the toughest luck. That's a good way of putting it. I forget who said it, but those words have always stuck with me.
But you've done your job exceptionally well all this time. Because at heart, you are a conscientious person.
What is it? Something come to mind?
That makes sense. Nothing screams you are needed like your name shouted from across the town.
Well, good luck with it. But if you ask me, Colambina is still the most shoutable name. I'm just so used to it now. After all the arguments we've had, I can't be bothered trying to remember another name for her.
Nor I.
Sandrone. Harlequino.
Huh! It's a Sealy! Does that mean Nicole has news for us?
Ladies, I thank you for your hospitality. If the chance ever comes up, I definitely owe you both a drink sometime.
I'm sure it will.
You can make your own way out. Heck, you've been here enough times, you probably know your way around better than I do.
Okay! Time to do what adventurers do best. Follow that Sealy!
Here you are. Oh, hat guy.
How come you're back so soon? Did things go all right with the Fatui?
Fine. Dotori's been summoned home by the Tsaritsa. Couldn't get much more than that. How about you? Any progress with the investigation?
Unfortunately not. We've tried everything. Different phantoms, different locations, different points in history. But the results are the same each time.
Abyssal monsters roaming the land. People crying out in despair, with no hope of being rescued.
Every time I see it, I can't help but think, is this what it was like in Mondstadt when Dragonspine Durin attacked? And if I fail in the task I've been given, will I create yet another tragedy?
That's just meaningless speculation.
When we encountered similar phenomena previously, I tried to interfere with those illusions, using sounds and lights to guide them. However, we could not change their fates. At most, we were able to extend their existences.
The events of the past are like fate that has been written into Irminsul. There isn't a living thing in Tevat that can escape its past.
But Miss Alice instructed us to try to find ways to change the outcome that these phantoms face.
It's an impossible task. Can't you just refuse?
Since she asked us to do this, I feel like it can't truly be impossible. Or if it is, well, mages can make the impossible possible. I could not have been born as Durin otherwise.
But you also said that your past 39 attempts were fruitless.
That's true.
But you're still going.
Yes.
After this many futile attempts, surely you realize that you're not doing this because you still believe what some mage told you. It's because you want her hypothesis to come true. It's something you wish for deep inside. So, think for yourself about what you want to do. As long as you don't believe it's futile, it isn't.
Yeah.
Previous experience indicates that we cannot touch the phantoms, which limits the effectiveness of our interventions. If we want to clear this hurdle, we need to break this rule somehow.
Same thought here. Following the same rules means repeating the same failures. Reducing ourselves to mere playthings of fate.
So you mean we need to figure out a way to make contact with them despite knowing that we can't?
Yes, and I suspect that's something only you are capable of. Everything in Tevat is logged in Irminsul, but the withering that once occurred in Sumeru was a sign that the Great World Tree was being corrupted.
This corruption allowed things that should not have existed in Tevat to appear. This is tantamount to rewriting reality to an extent.
You're saying abyssal power might be able to affect those phantoms?
No one's ever tried it before. If you're gonna try it, it'll take courage. And you have to be confident that you can control it.
Is anyone there? Has anyone seen my daughter? She's missing. I have to find her. I hear someone inside. Spargana? Are you in there? Ah!
If I can use my abyssal powers to warn him that there is danger here, maybe it'll change his decision. Maybe he'll stay away.
Yes. The important thing is not the nature of the power, but rather how you use it.
To intimidate and obstruct. Sounds about right for the Abyss.
Let me try. I should be able to influence that thing.
Have you seen a little girl?
What? This isn't the time for that! Just run!
I hear someone inside. Spargana? Are you in there?
Oh. Well, anyways, I'm gonna stop right here. Alright, good night, everyone.